Hello and welcome. Today we're working on special order problems in managerial accounting. Now, in managerial accounting, one of the chapters is called relevant cost or incremental costing or similar things, differential or marginal cost. The idea is if we make decisions, what costs really are important, what costs change. If the cost stays the same, then it does not affect the decision. So typically what happens is fixed costs are the total cost that stays constant, so therefore it doesn't affect our decision if we're making these short-term decisions. Variable costs change if we change volume. So the three types of problems are special order, make or buy, or dropping a product line. This video is working with special order. So let's get started. If you're new, my name's Jeff from Finally Learn. I teach accounting, finance, financial skills, and I use Excel all the time. So I typically use Excel to teach the topics like I'm doing right now. Now let's go with our special order for the Stanley company. The capacity in units right now is 5,000, but we're only producing 4,000 and we're selling each one at $60. Our manufacturing costs are made up of variable costs. We have three variable costs: materials, labor, and variable overhead. And these add up to be $33. And our fixed overhead is $88,000. So that's one cost, and we'd have to allocate it over the number of units. Now the special order is another company offers to buy 800 of those units at $50 each rather than the current $60. They want a good deal because they're buying 800 rather than just one or two at a time. All right, so the current cost. What is our current cost on this product? Well, our current cost is going to be the 7 plus the 11 plus the 15. Now that's 33. Plus we need to figure out the 88,000 divided by the 4,000. That's going to be $22 each. So the 33 plus the 22 is going to be $55. So that's one thing we typically ask in a problem like this. Hey, what's the current cost? Well, the current cost is 55. Well, what's the current total profit and loss on the 4,000? So we can do the 4,000 that we produce times the 60. So that's our total sales. But what we can do is we can put in parentheses, we can put the sales minus the cost per unit. Looks like we're making about $5 each from the 60 and the 55, and we'd have a total profit of 20,000. So we're happy we're making 20,000. Now, we have to consider this special order. Are we willing to sell 800 units at $50 each? Well, we've just calculated that our current cost per unit is 55. So what normally happens before you start working many of these problems, you say, hey, I'm losing $5 each. So if I take the 800 times -5, I'm losing 4,000, so no, I'm going to reject. Well, you're not really thinking through this, because here's what you're saying. If the next one costs 55, if you think the next one costs 55, then you're saying, hey, this is not really a fixed cost. This is a total variable cost that goes up in volume. That extra $22 each is every time. Well, that's not the way it works. So here is how you do this problem. We're going to ignore the fixed cost. The fixed cost is $88,000. If you produce 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000, the fixed cost in this problem is $88,000. In fact, all the way up to capacity, our fixed cost is $88,000. So what is the next one going to cost? The next one's only going to cost our variable. So we're going to take the 800 times, need to take the $50 minus the 33. We're selling at 50, but it only costs us 33 to make the next one. And so therefore, we're going to make a profit of $13,600. If you said no, you reject it. In fact, we should accept, right? If you say no, we reject it, you're giving up a possible profit of $13,600. You don't want to do that. So you're thinking, wait a minute, I don't quite understand this. So let's do it a couple of different ways. Let's look at the cost formula and let's do a proof real quickly on this problem. So our cost formula would be, y equals A plus BX, okay? A would be the fixed cost, B would be the variable cost per unit, X is the number of units, Y is our total cost. So to get the total cost, what you would do is you would say Y equals 88,000 is our fixed cost plus 33X. So that's our cost formula, and that helps you understand the behavior. It's just 88,000 is our fixed cost, 33 is our variable cost. Let's prove it here. And so I've set up just our little income statement using the variable costing approach. So if I did 4,000 times 60, my sales is 240. If I took 4,000 times 33, my variable cost is 132. 240 minus the 132 is 108. Our fixed costs are 88,000, so therefore 108 minus 88 is 20,000. We had that earlier, our profit. We estimated our profit, went directly to it, and got the profit of 20,000. Now, we'd only accept these extra 800 if we made more profit, if it was profitable to us. So 800 times 50 is going to be our sales. Our variable cost is going to be 800 times 33, which is our variable cost here, total variable cost, 40 minus 26,400. Our contribution margin is 13,600. Now, how much does our fixed cost go up? That's a trick question, right? Our fixed cost is a total cost that stays the same, so it doesn't go up with volume. So therefore, 13 minus 0 is 13,600. So what would our total be? We can just do the math here. 240 plus 40, and we can copy this all the way down if we want to. And so therefore what would happen is our profit would go from 20 plus 13,600 all the way up to 33,600. So yes, you would accept your special order because you would increase your profit by more than 50%. You'd increase it from 20 to 33,600. Let's do another one in a little different format. So let's say this special order, we have the Laurel company. Their capacity is 4,000. Their current production is 3,000. Our current sales is $80 each. Our variable cost is 45, and our fixed cost per unit is 40. Okay, so what's our current cost per unit? Well, this is even easier, 45 plus 40. Now, what's our current total profit or loss? Well, it's the 3,000 times, it's going to be the 80 minus the 85. We're going to lose a little money here. So we have a loss of 15,000. We're losing $5 times the 3,000 units, so we have a loss. Now, what about if we have, let me move this over slightly. What about the special order? Now here's what people, if you're not careful, you think the next one costs $85. In fact, I framed it in a way you really do think the next one costs $85. The next one really only costs the variable cost, right? In fact, we can figure out what our fixed costs are. We can do that in just a minute. But what's our special order? Well, it's going to be 1,000 units times 75 minus the 45. So we're going to take $75 is what our selling price is for this special order minus the 45. So we're going to make $30 each. We're going to make $30,000. I think we should accept this. This would be very, very good. What is the cost formula here? Well, the cost formula is going to be, if we took the total fixed cost, in fact, we can figure this out. The total fixed cost is going to be the fixed cost divided by the units, will be the fixed cost per unit. If we have the units times the production, so it looks like our fixed cost is really going to be $120,000. So our cost formula is going to be Y equals $120,000 plus 45x. That's our cost formula. Okay? So let's prove it. If our sales are $3,000 times the current sales price of $80, our variable cost is $3,000 times 45. We're going to be 240 minus 135 equals 105,000. We just calculated fixed cost to be 120,000. So if we subtract this out, we get 105 minus 120. Yes, we're losing money of 15,000. We've proven that here. But what if we sell this 1,000 at the $75? So 1,000 times 75 is 75,000. 1,000 times the variable cost of 45. So we've got 75 minus 45. We're making a positive contribution margin of 30,000. Our fixed cost is going to be an increase of 0, right? And so therefore 30 minus 0, we're making a positive 30,000. And so what will happen is we'll just add this up, 240 plus 75, then all the way down. So we would come out of the loss of 15 with a positive $30,000 profit. We would end up having a profit overall because we sold all 4,000. 3,000 at $80 and 1,000 at 75. So that's how you do special order. Basically, here's the trick. You can ignore, for the new special order, you can ignore the fixed cost. It won't change. The only thing that will change will be our variable cost. Unless we're told otherwise and we say, by the way, some of these costs will go away or whatever.